Hello everybody, my name is Kenya K. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel today. Ken, what's up, bro? Liquid Rax, hello. Welcome back to the stream. So today we're doing Wheel of what do we even call this? Wheel of, did I even give this a name? We're doing the funny spin thing that which I didn't put a name on. I don't know, Wheel of Yu-Gi-Oh? Sounds like a game show. You know, I'm thinking of doing like a Yu-Gi-Oh game show stream sometime in the future. Just, I need to actually make it first, but that sounds like a fun idea. Anyways, today we're spinning a wheel, a funny wheel of wheels. Totally because I want to, not because I've run out of decks to play and the new pack doesn't come out until tomorrow, but I'm streaming Pokemon tomorrow, so I can't do it then. Why are you like this, Konami? Why are you like this? Okay, so basically this wheel is, I'm gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna, whatever it lands on, I'm going to be playing the deck twice, and then I'll be moving on to the next wheel. I don't think I've done this for a while, though. I have a lot of decks. Okay, so here. I'm going to be going through Dark Magician, Metal Morph, Odd Eyes, Speedroid, Blue Eyes, Malice, Crystron, Dragon Link's Tempai, Drytron, Rescue Ace, Yubel, White Forest, Shark, Rank 3s, Dark Magician. I put a lot of stuff in here, and Metal Morph. I have a lot of decks. I've made a lot of decks. Sir H2O support just got announced like a week ago. It did? Hold on. I gotta check this. Did it have it on like Yugioh organization? Yugioh organization. Did they like post it there? I did not see this. I'm really curious now. Hold on. I don't know where they put it. Okay, this is an OCG and TCG section. No, there's a bunch of random stuff. Where did they put it? Okay, I can't find it. Maybe they didn't put it on Yugioh organization yet. Well, what if I just like type in H2O? H2O. No, I can't find it on Yugioh organization. So, oh well. I have no idea what they would do to that deck to make it actually usable though. It'd be so funny. It would make the meme dead. It would make the meme of bonding H2O, Light Water Dragon. Hold on. Water Dragon. What if I just search in Water Dragon? The last post was for Water Dragon was last October. Unless if I'm missing it for something. Oh well, I'll probably look at it later. Maybe they just haven't put it into Yugioh organization yet. I have no idea what they would do to actually make that deck remotely usable, but if they did, it would change the meme from Bonding H2O being the deck that Konami doesn't remember to Vehicle Roids being the deck that Konami doesn't remember. Konami still doesn't remember that Vehicle Roids exist. Okay, so that's basically the wheel. It's been a while. How do I press? Okay, I press the button. Boop. No, that would be Malisvorus. Add to the wheel Malinces links plus Malinces links. I love Cyber's Pile. Okay, so I'm playing Metal Morph. By the way, I have a tendency to forget that I just leave the wheel up there, so if you see me just have the wheel up there, remind me to take it off, because I will probably forget to take it off. Okay, it landed on Metal Morph. So we're, immediately we're starting off with a sucky deck. So that's the thing. Okay, so in my sucky Metal Morph deck, because Metal Morph is not good. You know, I used to use this deck. This deck's only purpose is because it contain. I already had all the URs for it because I randomly pulled a Full Metal Dragon, and to get the activate trap card daily mission relatively easily. And then Malice came out, and then now I have no use for this deck whatsoever. Okay, so in this deck is 1 copy of Red Eyes, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Black Metal Dragon, 2 Max C, 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Fruolos, 3 Ether Barrels, 1 Black Meteor Dragon, 1 Magnemut, 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Baldrake, 3 Metal Flame Swordsman, 2 Zoa the Fiendish Beast, 1 Red Eyes Metal Claws Dragon, 1 Black Full Metal Dragon, 1 Metal Zoa X, 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal, 3 Incoming Machine! It is, but you overbloated it. I mean, I am running like 3 traps. There's a bunch of bricks in here. So I kind of just filled it with a bunch of crap. Three Primite Lordy Load, 2 Called By, 1 Cross Out, 1 Primite Roar, 1 Drill Beam, 3 Imperm, 2 Max Metal Morph, and 1 Flame Coating Metal Morph. In the extra deck, we have, basically a bunch of cards that don't matter at all. Haha, Magic Mike can wield clothing, I forgot to take it off. In here is 1 Hieratic Dragon King of Atom, of which I have never summoned. 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, of which I've never summoned. 1 whatever this guy is, the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider, of which I've never summoned. 1 Typhon that I've summoned once. 1 Striker Dragon that I've never summoned. 1 Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, of which I've summoned once. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 Crusadia Avermax, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Access, and 1 Underworld Goddess. That is basically the deck. This deck doesn't do anything, I'm gonna be honest. This deck is absolutely terrible. It can sometimes steal wins, but usually, if you win, it means that your opponent did something horribly wrong. You know, luckily, it's the start of the season, which means that I am now going to be stuck in Gold Hell, home of people who play vanilla Blue Eyes without the support, and Malice players, back to back, in the same, like, 5-minute window. I may or may not be one of them. Okay, well, let's see, where did I put it? Here's the Metal Morph. I do like the idea of Metal Morph. I think it's funny, and also, you don't need to take 13 13, 14 hours to complete your turn. However, this deck is bad. Make no mistake, it does not matter how much I like this deck, it is bad. I'm going second, I have automatically lost. Oh god, there's like a screaming mechanical horse sound effect this guy is using. Okay, I have max C, but I have open Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oops, all hand trap. This guy is using Fiendsmith. I'm cooked. I am absolutely dead. If he negates this Effect Veiler or has backup, or has like another route that he can go in, other than Effect Veiler, then I just automatically He opens Gamma, meanwhile I open a Vanilla. He opens Gamma, meanwhile I open my Garnet. That's how that works? Why are you playing Gamma? Why are you playing Gamma, my guy? Okay, well, okay, here's the thing, right? I can banish his Engraver. I can banish his Engraver. So I think the smart option to do is to banish his Engraver. Although he might go into an Appaloosa first, and that basically just screws me over. I've automatically lost, he said. Isn't that how Yugioh works? Thing is, though, if he manages to bring up a single negate, I basically die, because I can't do anything. Because I need to normal Black Metal Dragon. Wait, why is he equipping that? Oh! He's going into... He's probably going into, rank 6. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like a 1 DDD. I think I have to let him go into this, though. Because if I negate this, if I banish this, he's just going to go into his other Fiendsmith card. And then I just die. Maybe I should have interrupted that. I don't even know what this trap does. Fusion summon one Fiendsmith using monsters you control and or monsters. Okay, so he's summoning... He's summoning the small fusion, of which some people don't run because there's no space. Lacrima. He's summoning Lacrima. Personally, I don't run Lacrima because I don't have any more space in my extra deck. I think at this point, I Baldrake it. So now he can't summon his stuff anymore. It summons from Banished. It summons from Banished?! Wait. Wait a second. Wait, it didn't work, though. Why did it not work? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. During main phase, shuffling is from the graveyard into the deck. Okay. I mean, like, that no longer works. Ow. And that no longer does anything. One Fiend Fusion from your graveyard into the deck. I don't know if I should just negate this, because I don't know what he's summoning. Fiend Fusion Monster. Because he can't summon his stuff. But you know what? I think I negate this because he already used his normal summon. At least I think he already used his normal summon. So it might be fine. I don't know what he's going into because... Oh, let's go! The power! The power of my Metal Morph deck. It's so strong. I've used so many Metal Morph cards. Ah! See, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying, right? If this card wins, especially if it goes second, it's not because I did anything. It's because my opponent just played badly. If this card wins, it's because my opponent has made a horrible mistake. I didn't even play a single Metal Morph card, and I just won from hand traps, and even negated one of them. I should have lost that one. I should not have won that one. Hope Ryzeal is next pack. I'm so tired of Stuck in Diamond. I hope so too. However, I don't think Ryzeal makes Malice any weaker. It just makes other decks weaker. I think it just makes Lancia less viable. So people are gonna be playing more Malice. So I think it's like, it just goes into a circle. I don't mind Malice, you mistake. I mind everything else. Okay, I have somehow drawn very strangely. I guess I can try to bait out whatever he has with this, but I don't think Black Metal Dragon... I don't think Black Metal Dragon is a one-card combo. I've somehow managed to draw all of my called bys. Somehow, and I don't know how. Mans thinks that I'm playing Blue Eyes. Unfortunately, I'm playing something significantly worse. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing here, because I can't do anything with this card. Because, like, yeah, I can summon that, but it doesn't do anything. It's not like I can get that either. Maybe I have to grab Primite Roar. Then you can special summon if you normal. Hold on. Clear one normal. Declared and Primite monsters cannot be destroyed. If you control monsters, you can summon one declared normal monster. If your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card. Okay, I think I have to activate this now. Why am I not allowed to declare Red Eyes? Okay, there we go. Wait, you run Illusionist? I don't run Illusionist. That is a maxi. Stop that. That is not allowed. Why does he have Lancia? Why are you like this? What am I supposed to do? Why is he playing this tryhard versus Red Eyes? Look at my amazing... Look at my amazing deck! my amazing Metal Morph deck. I have successfully now won 2 games in a row, one of which is probably versus Malice based off of his card sleeves. I have won 2 games in a row using my Metal Morph deck, using 0 Metal Morph cards. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? This is no longer a Metal Morph deck. This is a hand trap deck featuring Metal Morph. Why did he surrender? What did he think? What did he think I was doing with Red Eyes? Because like Red Eyes is not good. Red Eyes is terrible, and he still just surrendered. Okay, you know what? I guess that was our 2 Metal Morph games. Hooray! Yay! Okay, we're playing Chris. Darn! Darn, I was hoping for Malice. Personally, I was hoping for Malice, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, so this is my Crystron deck right here. I'm actually pretty, well, I wouldn't say good, because it's really difficult to be good at with Crystrons. But I'm decent. I'm decent with Crystrons, and it's one of the decks that I've been using the most. Hold on. Okay, so this is my Crystron deck. I am running 3 Effect Veiler, 2 Max C, 1 Citry, 1 green one, 3 Tostadas Pizza Roll, 3 brown ones, 1 purple one, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Molcharmy Fuolos, 3 Lancia. Lightwater Dragon is on Card Cluster if you want to. Hold on, I want to check this out. Actually, no, I'm gonna let me finish saying what's in my deck and then I'll check it out, because I'll forget where I am. Let's see. 3 Lancias, 1 yellow, 1 Sulfador, 1 Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures, 1 Senju Millennium Guy, 2 Rocks, 1 Foolish, 1 Triple Tactics, 1 Weiju Temple, 3 Crystron Inclusion, 2 Called By, 1 Cross Out, 3 Imperm, and 1 Crystal Cluster. In the extra deck, I have Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, Excel Synchron, of which I've never summoned, Crystron Amatrix, of which I've only summoned once, Samurai Destroyer, of which I've only summoned once, but that was actually versus a Makonko player, and that was actually really funny. That game was actually really funny. I summoned this versus Makonkos, and then he just noped out of there. There was nothing he could do. 1 FA Don Dragster, 2 Elektlach, 1 Klachlach, 1 Baron the Floor, 1 Nova, 1 Infinity, 1 Photon Lord, 1 The Zombie Vampire, 1 Clockwork Knight, and 1 SP Little Knight. Okay, hold on. Let me check Card Cluster. You know, I don't think I've ever used this. I don't think I've ever used this site before. Hold on. Light Water Dragon. Lightwater Dragon. Oh my gosh, it's real! This name is. Oh wait, no, I think I saw this card. I think they just released like one new card in the archetype. I don't think releasing one of these is gonna do anything, but I'll read it anyways. Light Water Dragon. This card's name is always treated as Water Dragon. You can banish this card you control, special summon 3 level 5 or lower water and or wind dinosaur monsters from your deck in defense position, but their effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except dinosaur and sea serpent monsters. You can only use the effect of Light Water Dragon once per turn. So like, what water and or wind dinosaur monsters are you summoning? Because I know you're not summoning Oxygeddon, because you might as well summon a vanilla at that point. Maybe it's just like one of those promotional things that Konami just like, oh yeah, we just have a card. It doesn't do anything, but it's just there. Oxygeddon, Hydrogeddon, Cardogeddon. I'll probably like take a more look at it later, but personally, I don't think like they're gonna have to print some crazy support to go with that, because the deck is absolutely terrible. It makes you summon their level 5, which searches H2O. That's pretty neat, but I think the deck, they're gonna have to release some crazy support to make that deck actually usable, which they might have. Speaking of which, I hope everyone's having a good time today. I'm having a good time. I ate some pizza. I have my honey lemon tea, and I am now out of honey. I need to buy more. Okay, so I have Lancia, I have Siegler, Smeagol, Crystron Siegler, my favorite live-action Snow White actor, because, you know, reasons. This is why people don't go to the movies anymore. Okay, let's see. Turn one hand control, turn one. Okay, I can use this. First of all, I'll summon the brown one. And then I use Solfador to destroy that. Let's see here. I send that. And let's send that. Okay, so no Ash Blossoms, so that's good. Then I banish the brown one. The box number of Superman would beg to differ. I heard it was very divisive. People either love that movie or they hate it. So I think, like, from what I can tell, okay, so, caveat, this is coming, did I normal summon? Yeah, I did normal summon already. This is from someone who hasn't seen the movie, but from what I can tell from, like, reviews and stuff, the movie is, there are parts of the movie that are very good, and there's other parts of the movie that are very bad, but people tend to say, oh, this movie is only good, or oh, this movie is only bad. So that's why there's a lot of, like, a really split opinion on it. Snyder fans funny. I did hear that the Snyder fans did not like the movie, though. But, for me personally, like, in order to get me into a movie these days, they kinda need to do more than just have a completely split opinion. Like, because I don't really think it's worth going to the movies anymore. Let's see, let's add this one. Like, the only movie, currently, the only movie that would have made me go to the movies was Transformers 1, which everyone knows how that did, because they, like, the marketing was absolutely terrible. So no one watched it. And so they canceled the Transformers 1 sequel, and I'm very disappointed. My disappointment is immeasurable. Okay, and then, Dawn Dragster. And then I put it here because Cyber Dragon exists. And then I face down, and I face down, and then I end turn. Perhaps I should have gotten Cyber Dragon Infinity, but oh well. Now you can just wait a couple months, and it'll be released on streaming. It was like, it's just not worth it to, like, with how expensive movies are, and it's not just movies, it's like gas money and the overpriced snacks and all that, and plus, like, you don't go to the movies by yourself, you invite all your friends to go to the movies. Okay, so that's interesting. He's gonna target Dragster. He did not target Dragster. That is very surprising. That is also not good for me. Darn, I guess I just have to shotgun this now. What am I summoning? Like, what am I summoning, though? And he just has that because, you know, reasons. Yay! Isn't that great? I don't know if I should negate this. I think I have to negate that. Otherwise, my Crystron cluster is not gonna work anymore. Thing is, though, I don't know what to summon off of this anymore. It's like he doesn't have anything. Summon that, but I don't think this does anything. I guess I just have to summon this. It does at least get rid of that from his graveyard. Dustin makes more money on snacks than the tickets. The more of the story. Sneak in your own snacks. For legal purposes, I have to stress, do not do that. For legal services, I have to say that I do not condone sneaking in snacks to the theater. More of the story, just eat beforehand. Okay, that is fine. I do have Crystron Cluster, and that pops too. Hand or Graveyard. Okay, that's fine, I think. I think, like, Dragon May Changeover only fuses from hand and field. I don't think it fuses from graveyard. So I can just... I mean, also, he doesn't have anything else left, I don't think. Well, might as well activate this now. Don't worry, don't mind me, I'm just doing destroy opponent's cards, daily missions. Let's see here, this one. Destroy my opponent's cards, daily missions, and also activate traps. Okay, that literally doesn't matter. And also activate traps, daily missions. Been there, done that. I feel like anything I can do here, though. There's a lot of stuff that I can do. Well, first of all, I'll activate this. And I grab my Tostino's Pizza Roll. So that if my opponent has a response, I can just Tostino's Pizza Roll. How much attack? There's not enough attack. Maybe I summon this. I guess I just have to get rid of my Tostino's Pizza Roll, but it's probably fine because I get to do more damage this way. Go, big CJ. And I add... You know what? I add another copy of Tostino's Pizza Roll for next turn. I don't think there's gonna be a next turn, though. And then I summon these two. And that should be enough damage. That is not enough damage. And then I summon another one of these things, and that should be enough damage. Go, attack! Attack again! Attack again! Tostitos pizza roll! I don't know why I call it Tostina's pizza roll. I think it sounds funny. And if you, like, squint, then this card's name, which I'm not gonna bother to pronounce, kind of looks like Tostinos. Okay, so that was the first duel. We got one more duel with Tostino's pizza roll, then we move on to the next one. One of my friends that I sometimes duel with actually doesn't like Ryzeal because it's really simple. Well, it's like relatively simple, and there's basically just, you only do the one thing. Me, I actually kind of like it because it doesn't spend 3 hours on its turn. Unless if you mix it with a deck that does spend 3 hours on its turn, then I guess we're just back to square one. Wow! Wow, this hand is unplayable. Okay, wow, this hand does not work at all. Does this do anything when it's in the graveyard? Turn one onto an urn, graveyard, summon it, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Yeah, basically, Citrate is basically this deck's Garnet. I physically cannot do anything with this. I physically cannot do anything with this Citrate in my hand. Its only purpose is for Tostino's pizza roll to special summon it from the deck. And it does literally nothing else. So if my opponent just attacks over this without activating any effects, then I just die. Crystron is just a bunch of food stuff. What the heck is this? Only your opponent controls a monster can be destroyed by battle, except by monsters, okay. Doesn't exactly do anything. I guess I just have to hope that Crystron Cluster does something. Plague Spreader Zombie? What? We're going old school zombies now? I mean, if he still just attacks over this, then I just die still. I mean, like, I'm still gonna die because this doesn't do anything. He just synchro summoned a vanilla, and I still die because this doesn't do anything. Okay, now I can do things now. What does this do? If this card's in the graveyard, currently there's a reduced level by 2. Summon this card also can. Okay, there's two things I can do here. First of all, I activate that. Then I can call the buy. Then I can call the buy the Plague Spreader Zombie. What does this even do? For each zombie monsters on the field and in the graveyards. Okay, that doesn't really matter. First of all, let's special summon this guy. Then I synchro summon that guy. Now I have 2 pops, and I put this in attack position because that lowers its attack. Perhaps I should not have put this in the extra monster zone, but oh well. Put that in my hand. Maybe I shouldn't have put it in my hand, but oh well. Okay. Okay, so that's 2 face downs. I don't care about this. I think I'm gonna use Crystron Cluster to destroy these 2 during his end phase. He could have just attacked over this. If he attacked over this, then he would have just won. Well, I guess I could have used that to pop something, but... Wait, no, I cannot destroy these 2. Never mind. I thought this could destroy anything. Apparently not. Return that to deck. Okay, in hindsight, I should not have returned that one to hand. Oh well. Yeah, I should not have returned that one to hand. I'm dumb. I guess I just summoned this. Okay, but what if I summon an Ash Blossom and go into Baron? What if I just Ash Blossom into Baron? No, I don't think that's a good idea. This gets me more stuff. And if he has a response, then I can just toast Tino's Pizza Roll. I mean, his field is lighting up, so he does have it. Specimen 2 haunted zombies with the same level as the banished monster from either graveyard. Okay. It is fine, I think. I already used my normal summon, so I don't think there's a point in activating Max C right now. Let's see here. I summon that. And then I go into... Could go into Dawn Dragster to... Yeah, I think I go into Dawn Dragster for whatever that other face down is. Perhaps I should have put it in defense position, but oh well. Okay, so that's 2 level 5s. I don't know what he's doing with those 2 level 5s, but okay. I mean, I can just destroy both of those. In fact, I think I'll just do it right now. Take that! And I return... I don't want to return either of these, though. I guess I just have to return that one. Then destroy that. That one and these 2, because that gets me stuff in my graveyard. Perhaps I should have put that in defense position, but oh well. I think I should have chain blocked the other way, because this effect is more important than that one. Well, no, they're both pretty equally important. But whatever face down this is, I can just negate it with Dawn Dragster. He's thinking real hard at a zombie Google Doc spreadsheet. Opponent special summons, destroy it, then you can banish 5, special summon, I mean, I can just Ash this, but I think it'd be better just to negate it with Dawn Dragster. I guess I summon that. So I can have 2 tuners on the field. gonna send... Eee. The thing is, though, I don't think I even would have even won that turn, because I didn't have enough damage. Okay, well that's that. That means no more Cristrons, and unfortunately, it means we have to move on to probably a suckier deck. What's it gonna be? Blue Eyes! You're now playing Blue Eyes! Okay, I don't know why it does that. I just used like a new wheel, and it's kind of freaking out right now. Probably because I chroma keyed it wrong or something, which, oh well. Okay, well, we are moving on to a suckier deck, but it's not as sucky. It's just everyone plays anti-Blue Eyes stuff, so I think everyone knows how to play against it by now, so I don't think it's that good anymore. Where's my Blue Eyes deck? Here it is. People know how to play against it, and unfortunately, I haven't played it in a while, so I don't remember how to play it. Okay, wow. I forgot. They nerfed it. They nerfed this deck. That's why people have stopped playing it, because they nerfed it. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna do. I don't know how much I'm gonna remember. Chaos Soldier. Chaos Soldier is in there for the Blue Eyes Magia, which is... like, Blue Eyes Magia is not a good card, but it's in there because I think it's funny. That is literally the only reason why it's there. There's no other reason. Okay, so I have oops all hand traps. I don't know. I don't remember what the combo is. Do I just normal summon this? I don't think I normal summon this. I think I activate this. Damn, this is my hand when I play this game. This is my hand when I go first. When I go second, I open none of these. And I think it's Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And then I have to discard the Fuelos because it does nothing anymore. I add Ultimate Fusion. I think this is the wrong play, but I think I add Ultimate Fusion. Like, I want to be greedy with Ultimate Fusion, but I don't think I have enough materials to go into Blue Eyes Magia with this hand. Use that one. And then I link. You know what I just realized that I should be doing? Or at least IRL? I have a ceiling fan above my room. I really need to clean it, because it's like getting really hot. Just I haven't had time to, well no, I have had time to. It's just I'm incredibly lazy, so I haven't. Send that to Graveyard. Use this. Some of that. Use that. Use this. I probably need to reformat this deck to not have Maggie in it, but I'm just like too lazy. I'm too lazy to do that. How do I summon this again? I don't remember. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or 3 Blue Eyes monsters. Plus 1 Chaos or Blackluster Ritual. Okay, so I think I do this. Wait! I made a mistake! I made a mistake! I'm stupid. I was supposed to summon the Effect Veiler. Oh well. Wait, no, I can still summon this. When I normal summon the Effect Veiler. Then I destroy this and then gain some life. Either Ritual Engrave. Hand, field, or grave. No, I think it can be engraved. I think it can be in hand. I'm gonna grab the Blackluster Soldier. I don't think there's a point in using Ancient Fairy's second effect. So I think I go into this. Is this full combo? Actually, I don't think it's full combo, but it's probably as close to full combo as I'm gonna get. And then... I think I summon this one. And then, do I Ultimate Fusion now? I think I'll just Ultimate Fusion now. In defense position, because I'm a dirty coward. I did all this to summon this. I am not losing this to a lightning storm. And then I throw down face downs, and I think I end turn. That was kind of... That was kind of a play. I don't think that was quite full combo. Full combo is summoning 3 Blue Eye Spirit Dragons in the same turn. Don't want a special maxi. What? The Runic Dispelling? Opponent adds a card, discard, special summon a Runic monster. Well, I guess I do that. Hold on a second. What do you mean? What do you mean he just randomly has that because you know reasons? What does this do? Well, I guess I just use that to negate it. And while he's like busy doing that, I guess I just activate the True Light. Because I do need to get a Blue Eyes on my field. Actually, I think that's what I did wrong. I should have used the True Light immediately. Because I forgot that Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Why do you have infinite cards? My guy, why do you have infinite cards? Stop having infinite cards. Yeah, that was my mistake. I should have done this first. If I had done that first, I would have still had my Magia. Okay, I have an Effect Veiler, so that's pretty good. And then... card in its owner's field leaves special summon Blue Eyes monster or 1 Chaos or Blackluster from extra deck or graveyard. Okay, so I think what I do here is that. Why am I not able to activate Effect Veiler right now? It is kind of weird. guess I can activate this. I don't know why it's not letting me activate Effect Veiler, but I can at least use Imperm. That's a lot of chains. That is a whole lot of chains right now. Still the draw phase. What do you mean it's still the draw phase? What? How is it still the draw phase? That's what you get. That's what you get for playing the dumb stunned mill deck. Okay, well, I mean, there's that. Veiler not work outside of the main. I can't believe all that happened during the draw phase. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm going second, which means that I'm going to draw 0 hand traps because that is how this works. Okay, never mind. I've only drawn hand traps, but literally nothing else, plus a garnet. Okay, well, I guess I just max C. Luckily, if he is playing tier... Okay, yeah, I just lose. Ah! My hand is, like, so weird sometimes. It just doesn't work. There's literally nothing I could have done without the max C, because I would have just died next turn. Okay. Well, I guess that was 2 blue eyes. I'm counting that as 2 blue eyes because I don't really want to play blue eyes again. No, we are not playing Metalmorph again. Get out of here. Well, I just removed this. And we are playing Yugioh, which I haven't played in a while. But I still remember how to play, so at least there's that. Maybe remove the ones you use from the wheel. I'll remove them if they come up again. I don't know how to manually remove them. Actually, no, I can manually remove them. Hold on. Crystron. Blue eyes. There we go. Okay, landed on Yugioh. I am playing Fiendsmith Yugioh because if you're not playing Fiendsmith Yugioh, you're just playing a nerfed version of the deck. I forgot how many cards that I had in here. I forgot how many cards I added in here. I have so many cards in this deck because there's so many garnets. There's so many garnets in here that I forgot. It's like, Yugioh Terror Incarnate is a garnet. Yugioh is kind of garnet. Fabled Lurry is definitely a garnet. Abominable Chamber of What's-His-Face is definitely a garnet. Unchained Soul What's-His-Face is also a garnet. And instead I just filled it with as many starters as I possibly could. I could probably get rid of, like, Imperm. Either Imperm or Effect Veiler, but I don't really want to. I could get rid of Effect Veiler, though. But you know what? This is probably fine. For some reason, this 47-card deck has gotten me the most consistency. And if I lower it anymore, it becomes less consistent for some reason. It is really weird. Play Horse, Yugioh, it worked well. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot Horse was a thing. I think it's because people have stopped playing it. I think people have stopped playing it because Fiendsmith exists, and Fiendsmith kind of does the same thing except better. Instead of, like, ending off on a Photon Lord, it ends off on a bunch of other stuff, too. Okay, so this hand is kind of garbage. I don't remember what this hand is supposed to do. Okay, so there's... I grab that. Then I grab this. And then I summon that. And then I go... And then I SP Little Knight pass. This hand is unusable. This hand doesn't do anything. Perhaps I could have done something with Unchained Soul of Lord Yama, but I don't think that would have done anything either. I think it's just simpler to just go to go SP pass. No, you make the Unchained dude. I could go into Unchained dude, but then I'd just be sitting on an Unchained dude. And, like, I don't think Unchained dude goes into Yubel. I think Yubel goes into Unchained dude. Okay, so I basically have to Effect Veiler, or Imperm the Link 2, of which I forget what it's called. And I have to hope that Max C gets me into something. He already has Deluri, doesn't he? He just opened Deluri. He opened Deluri and the Feedsmith track at the same time. You know, I'm gonna add the level 5. Level 5 boost stuff. He doesn't know! He doesn't know that I literally have nothing! Never punished! I don't need to learn how to play the game plays itself. You don't need to learn how to play the game when your opponent immediately surrenders from SP pass. Maybe I could have added the level 5, but I don't think... Well, that probably would have gotten me more stuff, but I think it was less risky to go with SP. Then again, when has being risky ever stopped me? Oh, finally a hand, but with like 0 extenders. Okay. So I think what I do is I bait the Ash with the Engraver. My opponent's field is lighting up, which means that he does have an Ash or some other response. If it is a Max C, it could be a Max C, but I can negate it. Okay, so it's an Ash. So it is an Ash. So at least I got that out of the way first. I Dark Beckoning Beast. And grab Opening of the Spirit Gates. My opponent field is no longer lighting up, so that heavily suggests that he no longer has any hand traps. So now I Samsara the Lotus. I have to Samsara the Lotus. I have to Samsara all of the Lotuses. And then I Spirit of Yubel. And then I set Nightmare Pain. And then I immediately Phantom of Yubel. I immediately Phantom of Yubel. This is wasting resources, but I think I Phantom of Yubel in case weird stuff happens. And I destroy the Spirit of Yubel to grab Eternal Favorite. And then Spirit of Yubel summons regular Yubel. Perhaps I should have used this first. Oh well. Then I Unchain Lord of Yama. Actually, no, I think that was a mistake. I should have done something else. Oh well. No, I can still save this. I can still bring back regular Yubel by discarding... Yeah, and then I discard that. And then I special summon regular Yubel. And then other Unchained Soul dude destroys regular Yubel. And then regular Yubel activates, summoning Terror Incarnate. Why is my opponent not surrendering? Should I be concerned? Should I be concerned about this? When your opponent, when you basically have full combo and your opponent doesn't do anything to stop it, and also does not surrender, that means that something is wrong. It means that something is about to go terribly wrong. Then I don't need this on my board anymore, actually, so I think I just get rid of that. I basically just need it in my graveyard. And then Fiendsmith combos. Why is he letting me do this? Why is he letting me do this? What kind of kaiju raw sphere mode am I about to encounter? And then I send that. Then I shuffle that back. And then, I sequence. He chose then. He chose, not before, when he clearly saw me about to go into Fiendsmith combos. He chose then to surrender. How many duels was that? I think that was 2. Yeah, the first one, the guy surrendered because I hand trapped him. Second one, he surrendered because he did nothing to stop me. Okay, I think that was 2 duels. It's like, I think I try hard too much while playing Yubel, because like Yubel takes a lot of thinking and the combo is kind of long. Oh! Drytrons! I love Drytrons! They're not good though. They are no longer good. They get interrupted by a single hand trap. It doesn't matter what that hand trap is, they just instantly lose the hand traps. Where are my Drytrons? Here they are. I don't really like Drytrons, it's just... they're interrupted way too easily. Because, like, and I don't think they have any one-card combos, because everything requires, like, discarding. Okay, I'm going second. Drytrons are really, really bad going second, because they cost... like, because you have to discard things in order to do things. I have Ash Blossom and Effect Veiler, so I have to hope that I can somehow survive off of those. But if I can... Well, that was a normal summon. I just have to hope that my opponent has no more extenders. If I can survive this, I do have Fafnir. Those are 2 face downs that have been thrown down. One of them, at least one of them, is probably an imperm. A single imperm basically kills me. But like, why? Why are you like this? Well, I'm really glad that it didn't activate, that I didn't use the Ash Blossom though. Okay, no call by, no call by. I'm really glad that I... Look at all of my Drytron cards! Look at all of the Drytron cards that I have activated! Drytrons are so good! They can win without even being activated! Ah! You know, one thing that I actually kind of want to stream is, I don't know when, but I'm thinking of streaming, what's it called? I think it's like Elestrials or something, which is this one it's this one indie card game that is marketed as every single card is free, but but they make their money from card skins. But every single card is unlocked at the start and for free, so there is no pulling. So honestly, I might stream that sometime. It sounds kind of fun. I have no idea how it works, but I might check it out sometime. I think it is on Steam. I think they do have a Steam client. Although the thing is, like, since it is like more of an indie game, the card art and presentation isn't as impressive. But I have been looking for a new card game to play, since I was going to go all in on Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but then the whole entire like monetization fiasco happened, and that kind of just killed my enthusiasm, like, on the entire thing. It would be funny if you stream Inscription. Inscription, yeah. That would be funny. I don't know if I will, because that game kind of terrifies me. And also, I've seen other people play it, so I think like the surprises would be gone. Okay. The Drytron FDK is too strong. I won 2 Drytron games in a row without without resolving a single Drytron card. That's how good this deck is. You can win without resolving a single card. Cause like honestly, the other card I really want to stream. Vanguard, but like, it's so hard to play Vanguard. It's so difficult to play Vanguard. So like, basically, it's just not worth it at all to try to get into card fight Vanguard, because like Bushiroad makes it impossible. Okay, spin. Holy crap, this wheel is so slow. It's just, oh, Dark Magician, Dark Magician, Dark Magician. And it's just like, it just landed on Dark Magician and just stayed there for 5 seconds. Okay, well, I am playing Dark Magician, which is, in my opinion, slightly, the high roll Dark Magician is worse than high roll, Metalmorph, but low roll Dark Magician is significantly better than low roll Metalmorph. One of my friends that I play with, My friends that I duel basically mainly uses Dark Magician. He uses this deck way better than I can ever way better than I can ever do, because for whatever reason, like, it seems like he never bricks. He never bricks with Dark Magician. Meanwhile, I only brick. Where did it go? It's here somewhere. Here it is. I'm running Dark Magician Primite. Okay, I'm running 2 Dark Magician, 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Magician Souls, 2 Max C, 1 Magician's Rod, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Primite Dragons, 1 Magnumut, 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Baldrake, 1 Tamias the United Dragon, 3 Illusion of Chaos, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 1 Magician Salvation, 2 Dark Magical Circle, 3 Primite Lordy Load, 2 Called By, 1 Cross Out, 3 Soul Servant, 1 Secrets of Dark Magic, 1 Primite Roar, 1 Drill Beam, 3 Imperm, and 1 Eternal Soul. Does he use Dragoon? He does use Dragoon. Sometimes, sometimes the only play that I have is just Verte, Anaconda, Dragoon Pass. Meanwhile, he gets to actually do things. And I don't know how he does it. In the extra deck, I'm running 2 Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, 1 the Dark Magicians, 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, 1 Master of Chaos, 2 Typhons, 1 Imduk. To be perfectly honest, I don't remember what the Imduk is here for. I think it's just to get the Dark Magician into the graveyard, but I'm not entirely sure what happens afterwards. Oh, right. Imduk probably goes into Verte Anaconda. That kind of makes sense. 2 Hieratic Seals. 2 Spheres. 1 Verte Anaconda, 1 Dark the Dark Charmer, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Selene, Queen of Magister, and 1 Axis Code Talker. I'm running a 45 card deck, but I am running 3 vanilla garnets in here, so you know, that's why. Oh my gosh, I'm going first, and I'm going to open nothing. And I have opened nothing. Why are you like this? Why are you? What am I supposed to do? What the? What does this card even do? It doesn't do anything. Explain to me what this deck does, Konami. Okay, I think I just have to surrender because this deck is terrible. This deck, it doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm not gonna count that as a duel, but I will just have to surrender because there's literally nothing I can do. So I am going second, which means that I'm going to only open up starters and 0 hand traps because that's how this works. Okay, I've drawn 2 copies of Ash Blossom and literally nothing else. Ugh! Why? Why are you like this, Konami? The last game you gave me a bunch of hand traps. Why can't you give me hand traps when I'm going second? I just have to hope that the single Ash Blossom will somehow be able to make me not dead in Minecraft. YouTube terms of service specifically says that you have to say in Minecraft, otherwise your channel gets deleted. I don't think this is enough. He probably still has full combo, then I can't do anything. But I mean, like, hero full combo is usually... Why are you like this? Why does he get anti-hand traps? Meanwhile, I only have one hand trap. But a hero full combo is usually just... Plasma Pass, which Dark Magician doesn't really care about. And I also have Drill Beam, so there's that. So basically, I can just Drill Beam the Plasma. I can Drill Beam the Plasma, and then get rid of his... and then do my combo. It's just, thing is, though, I don't know how good this combo is, because if he summons anything other... If he summons anything in addition to Plasma, then I basically just die. Because I can't set up with this. Because, like, Dark Magicians are only good if you're able to basically full combo setup things. And obviously I can't do it during his turn. For some reason, even though every other deck can play on your opponent's turn. Except this one. No. So if he does summon a Dark Law, then I basically have to instantly well, if he summons a Dark Law plus Plasma, it basically means that I have to instantly surrender. What are you doing with Evil Hero or Dusted Gold? That is not part of the hero combo. What are you doing? What is going on? Why are you using Dark Contract? Evil heroes suck. They're terrible. Then again, my deck is also terrible, so maybe his deck is also terrible, but less terrible than mine. Therefore, I automatically just lose. If I had drawn the Bystials this game instead of that other game of which I went first and literally nothing else happened. Okay, okay, here's the Fusion Destiny. I think that means that I just have to surrender. Ugh. Okay, well, if he summons DPE plus anything else, I think it means that I have to surrender, because this deck can't do anything against it. Excuse me, Judge. My opponent is slow playing. He is slow playing. Okay, I think I just have to surrender. He can go into Plasma from here. Ah, that's annoying. Is really... Do I need more hand traps in here? Is that it? Maybe I just need to put more, like, hand traps in here. Because, like, I somehow drew 2 copies of Ash Blossom. Wait, why do I not have Fualos in here? Okay, so I add Fualos, and as much as I want to add Droll, I don't think adding Droll will do anything. Okay, fine, second game, let's see if this deck is able to actually do anything now. And I go second, which means this deck is not able to do anything, and I'm only going to open starters. You know, I don't think I've gotten, like, a single actually... Okay, so I have Max C and Fualos, but also Red Eyes Black Dragon. This is the second game where I've opened up my single copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon. Clearly, I do not have enough cards in this deck. Okay, wow. Okay, my opponent is playing Malice. Dark Magician literally does nothing versus Malice. Okay, so that was the 2 Dark Magician games. Yay! Why? The one deck that I play, the one time where I play the sucky deck, I go up against the Malice, and literally everything else. Holy crap, okay, yeah, Dark Magician is terrible. Do not play this deck. Okay, well, I guess we'll just move on to the next one. The Dark Magician is unusable. Okay, finally, an actual good deck. You're not the only one that can play Malice, punk. And by play Malice, I mean, attempt to play Malice. I still don't know how to play Malice. Malice is, like, really complicated to use. I still don't think I've managed to get a single full combo Malice turn. Because either my opponent surrenders immediately, or I just mess up somewhere, and then I just die. Okay, Malice, going second Malice isn't terrible, but it's not great either. I do have Droll, so that does block some things. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? Can I go first? I would like to go first for once in my life. That would be very convenient. Great, I just have to hope that this Droll actually does something. Okay, Droll does not do anything. I guess I just die. Ugh, that's annoying. It's really annoying. It's like, you open up your one hand trap and your opponent just, like, immediately counters it and there's literally nothing you can do. Do I just not have enough hand traps in here? Do I need to... maybe I need to just add more hand traps, because, like, I'm not getting enough hand traps in here. Wait, why do I have 3 copies of Droll, but no copies of Effect Failure? Okay. I think that way is probably better. That way I can have some more hand traps. And this deck is kind of consistent. I mean, sometimes it's just not. Sometimes this, like, deck just opens up doo-doo and there's literally nothing you can do. But at least now I can go first, which means that I'm only going to draw hand traps and nothing else. And I've only drawn hand traps and nothing else. Isn't that nice? Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? Okay, well, at least I have the, called by. This game is so interactive. This is why I want to stream something else. I want to stream, like, a different card game on this channel, but personally, like, the only other viable card game is probably Pokemon TCG. Specifically Pokemon TCG Live, because there's no way I am ever going to stream Pokemon TCG Pocket, because that game is a monetization nightmare. And personally, Pokemon TCG annoys the crap out of me, because if you don't open the starter Pokemon, then it becomes incredibly tilting. Okay, so first of all, this goes face down. And then I normal summon that. And in case this game, it's so interactive! Honestly, I don't know why everyone just doesn't play this deck, because you get free wins. You get free wins playing this deck, and you don't even have to do anything. You don't even need to know how to play this deck. This deck is so simple. This deck is so simple to use. Just summon any Malice monster, and the card text of that Malice monster is your opponent surrenders. That is the only card text that is printed on this card. I know it has a bunch of card text on it, but that's actually what it says. It's just spelled really weirdly. Okay, next deck, we are playing. Darn, I really wanted to play I really wanted to play Tenpai. Okay, I guess we're playing Rescue Ace. Keep pressing that button by mistake. Okay. I haven't played this deck in a while. Miraculously, it is not banned. Okay, so in this deck, I am running 3 Effect Failure, 3 Hydrant, 1 Poplar, 2 Max C, 1 Ash Blossom, or 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Impulse, 2 Airlifter, 1 Fuolos, 1 Fire Engine, 3 Diabell Star, 1 Preventer, 2 Turbulence. Free win doesn't even feel like a win at all. The answer to that depends on who you ask, because some people don't care. Some people just play the scummiest decks. I think like the people who play Malice don't actually care whether it's a game or not. They just want to win because they play Malice. And the people with like people who play FDKs also do not care. 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 for 1, 1 Bonfire, 1 Bonfire, 1 Original Sinful Spoils, 1 Rescue Ace HQ. Arguably, everyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Also does not care. Because that's basically what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Just not letting your opponent play the game. 1 Cross Out, 1 Rescue, 1 Rescue! 1 Alert! 3 Emergency! 1 Seeker of Sinful Spoils, 2 Imperms, 1 Contain! 1 Extinguish! And 1 Reinforce! And the extra deck there is 1 Link Rebo, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Heat of the Fire Charmer, 1 IP, 1 Dark, 2 Sprite Elf, 1 SP, 1 Promethean Princess. Remember when people like just only played Promethean Princess? Now no one plays this card anymore. 1 Borosword Dragon. I should probably get rid of that card. 1 Crusadia Avramax, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Axis Code, 1 World Sea Dragon Zelantis, and 1 Salomon Great Raging Phoenix. I'm gonna get rid of that and put in a Typhon. There we go. Is there anything else I need to add in here? No, I think that's it. Okay, that looks good. Voice crack multiple times. I have to voice crack. That is part of the card text. If you see an exclamation mark in there, you have to voice crack. It's part of the card text. If you don't say it like that, then it doesn't work. Okay, my opponent is making me go first. That is really good for me because Rescue Ace literally does nothing on my opponent's turn. Or it literally does nothing going second, but also terrifying because my opponent intentionally made me go first. Okay, first of all, I will Bonfire. And that's a Poplar. My opponent does have a response. It's probably a Max C, but I do have a Called By. Okay, I was correct. That is a Max C, that is Called By. But it also means that now that I use up my Called By, I no longer have anything else. Maybe I should have left that through because Rescue Ace barely summons anything. Why? Why are you like this? What? How does this game work? How does this game work, Konami? Okay, well I guess this deck also does nothing going first either. How come he gets infinite hand traps, meanwhile I get literally nothing? Okay, so maybe I'll actually be able to do something now instead of having a non-game like this deck. Okay, okay, at least Alert might be able to do something, but if you wait, what? How come your game no work, Konami? Why Konami game broken? How come this deck doesn't do anything? Why have you made this deck? This deck does nothing, Konami. Explain to me what this deck does, because I don't understand. Why is this deck so bad? Okay, third game in a row. Maybe I'll actually be able to do something now. It's just like the power level of decks is so ridiculously high that if your deck isn't able to basically ignore all hand traps, then you basically just automatically lose. Okay, so I do have emergency! And I do have 1 for 1. I think I just have to use the 1 for 1. If any of these gets negated, then I just die. Because Turbulence is not the one that I wanted. Okay. Ugh. I'm just like not drawing any of my starters at all. Okay, so I think I just have to summon that. And then I just have to tribute that. And activate that. Then I add this. Then I activate Turbulence. And I banish that one and this one. And that goes there. Now that I have Turbulence on my field, my opponent can no longer interact with Hydrant. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? But what does this deck even do? It does nothing. Why does this deck not do anything? Okay, well that's still fine. I didn't use my normal summon yet. I can at least grab Airlifter. And then if I summon the Airlifters now... let's see here. I think I grabbed Rescue! And then I could IP Masquerada into Promethean Princess, but I don't think there's a point. And then Promethean Princess can bring back the Hydrant. Or the big guy. The big guy of which name I don't remember. Turbulence, that's it. So that brings back Turbulence. And then I set literally everything. Unfortunately, Emergency doesn't really do anything anymore. But I can at least grab the Rescue. I'm sorry, the Rescue! That grabs that. Can I go into anything else right now? I can go into Raging Phoenix, but I don't think Raging Phoenix does anything. Monster is supposed to be while this con graveyard. I can't summon this. Maybe I do summon this. Yeah, I think I summoned that. Maybe that was the bad move. Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think I should have done that. Because I needed another rescue ace on my field other than Hydrant. Because now Hydrant's basically a sitting duck, and Reinforce no longer does anything. Reinforce! No longer does anything. It's one Primite spell. What if I contain this? That was his normal summon. So I can contain this. In the case that he does decide to attack over this, I can use Emergency to bring out something else. And I do have Promethean Princess in my grave. Okay, wishes for Eyes of Blue. So there's that, and then Sage with Eyes of Blue. He did add both of those. Isn't that, like, negated? Yeah, that is negated. Take that, idiot! Okay, so I can't do anything to that. But when he special summons that back, I can extinguish it. And then now he can't do anything. Okay, so that's a Blue Eyes. I can get rid of that Blue Eyes. Okay, never mind. I cannot get rid of that Blue Eyes. Well, I guess I extinguish that. And now he can no longer use this thing's effect. Although it doesn't matter, because you already used both of those effects. Huh? Why is he still able to do that? That is very confusing. Okay, I don't understand how this game works at all. It is very confusing. I think I just die, because I can't do anything here. Apparently that was not enough. Apparently having all of those wasn't enough. Why are you still playing? Why are you still playing card games? Your turn should be over already. Okay, so... Well, it's not like I can do anything about that. Hold on. No, I kind of need that for another thing. Hello? How come... Okay, well, I guess I'll just activate this then. Why am I not allowed to activate this? It is kind of weird. Ow. Well, at least I can grab this back. Grab that back, that goes here and it gains crap ton of attack. And this one is no longer allowed to be destroyed by battle. That Egypt. I think I just hold on to this. No, I think I activate this here. And then... I grab that. And I activate this. What can summon a blue eyes? There is basically no reason for me to, though. I'll grab this one, and then I just put it here. That one grabs me the field spell. Near for my deck. B, I activate this here. I think I grab that. Shoot with this. And it goes face down. I don't know what else he has. What the heck? Why did he surrender? He was winning. I would have had to jump through so many hoops in order to do anything. He had the perfect setup. He had his Jet Dragon. There's literally nothing I can do about Jet Dragon. Why did he just surrender? Okay, you know what? You know what? We don't punish. We don't question it. We won, and that's all that matters. Somehow. We somehow won, and that's all that matters. Okay, so I'm going first again. Hopefully I do actually get something this time. I do really like Rescue Ace. It's just... Well, that's not entirely true. I like the fact that it's... has so little combos. It's not really a combo deck. However, I'm not a huge fan of control or stun decks. Although at this point, every deck is a control stun deck. Let's be honest. And I do really like fire trucks. Okay, let's see here. Reinforcement of the army can bait out whatever my opponent has, unless he drolls again, in which case I just die. Grab Impulse because I already have the Airlifter. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. He was using the Malice He was using the Malice field, and the Malice icon, and the Malice card sleeves. Clearly this guy was playing Salamangreats. Because that's Don't you know, Salomon grates are computers too. Okay, let's see here. Which one next? Next deck. I like Odd Eyes, but Odd Eyes is really difficult to use. Not because they're complicated, but purely because they're pendulums. They're pendulums, and pendulums do not work versus hand traps. Pendulums basically die to a single hand trap because they require so many materials, and it also requires you to go first. Unless if your name is Valence, but let's be honest, anyone who is playing Valence is basically a super genius already, and they can basically use everything, and anything, and then you'll automatically lose. Oops. Yep, that is not Odd Eyes. Hold on, that deck didn't count. Enjoy your free win, I guess. I'm losing it. I'm getting physically exhausted by playing this. Well, I guess that happens like basically every Yu-Gi-Oh stream. I get like physically exhausted playing these because you can only play Yu-Gi-Oh for so long until you just get worn down. Endymion is pretty OP on either turn as well. You know, I don't think I've actually faced off against anyone playing Endymion. I don't think I faced off against Endymion a single time. Or at least not in recent memory. Okay. So I've got a monkey board, but I don't have any extenders. I do have a Called by the Grave though. A monkey board. Okay, my opponent has some kind of hand trap. It's probably a maxi. It is a maxi. Stop it, that's not allowed. Why did he maxi there? Because monkey board does not special summon. I don't think I put enough ice in my tea. My tea is like, I put a bunch of ice in there, but it's liquid. He didn't know! He didn't know that I had 0 extenders, and I don't think I could have done anything with this hand. Mans just doesn't know how to read the room. He don't know what those squiggly lines on the page are for either. Okay, I'm going second. Never mind, I'm going first. That's terrifying. Why have you made me gone first? What kind of kaiju max C sphere mode am I about to see today? Okay, so at least I do have extenders. I have no called buys though. Okay, let's see here. First of all, I'll bait out. I'll see if I can bait out whatever he has. With Revolution Dragon. Ow. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? Why do you not like fun? Stop that. Stop that. It's not allowed. Then I grab... Dragon Shrine gets me that already, but I need another normal summon. Since that, it's that. I need another normal summon, so I think I have to get this. Because this hand is really awkward. He has another hand trap, doesn't he? He has another hand trap. Why? Why am I not allowed to play the game, Konami? All I'm asking for is for my opponent not to be able to play the game either. Is that so hard? Is that so difficult? Because that's how this game works. Okay, well, I guess I just died now. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay. That's annoying. Most of these games, I don't think I've gotten like a single... Well, maybe I've gotten like one actual good game, but everyone just like... I either can't play the game or everyone just instantly surrenders. That's why I want to add another card game to this... Like, I want to add another card game to the streaming rotation, because like, playing Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, it just wears you down. I would like to actually go first, though, Konami. That would be very convenient. And I have 0 hand traps. And a Garnet. And 0 extenders. Yay! Okay. I think I just have to surrender versus Centurions. This deck can't do anything against it. Arguably one of the hardest decks to learn, so that is fair. I actually think Malice is harder to learn than Pendulums. It's just like, Pendulums are very wordy, but there is basically like 0 variance in their combo. Because basically you just go into Electromite and then everything is the same. You need to somehow get into Electromite, and if you don't get into Electromite, you basically just lose. There's a bunch of ways to get to Well, actually, no, there's not even a bunch of ways. There's like 2-3 ways of going into Electromite without Pendulum Summoning. Because, like, the goal is to go into a Link 2 without Pendulum Summoning. And after that, it's basically full combo every single time. His McDonald's chicken nugget machine is broken. It was too much. It broke the Konami servers. Because, like, for me, I can basically just not play Pendulums for, like, months on end, and then I just play Pendulums again, and then I basically remember what to do. Because once you know what the cards do, it's not that difficult to pilot, I think. Okay, so that is... I do have basically full combo in here. You know, I should probably get rid of Noble Dragon Magician. I have never used this card. Okay, let's see here. So first of all, I Odd Eyes Revolution to bait out the Ash. Ow. No Ash. Let's go, no Ash. If my opponent has a max C, then I basically just die, though. Okay, he has some kind of response. There's probably a max C, which means that I automatically die. Ugh. Okay, and I guess he doesn't have a max C, otherwise he would have used it. That's kind of terrifying. I don't know what he has. Let's see here. And this. Add that. Then I normal summon Skullcrobat Joker. Skullcrobat grabs a Supreme King Gate Magician. And then Electromite. I do actually really like the Odd Eyes deck. Mostly because no one else plays it, so you'll like basically never get a mirror match ever. Let's see here. Let's put that there. No, I'm not gonna be fancy this time. I think what I'm gonna do is put that there. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Konami? Why? But like, why though? Stop this. Ugh. Doesn't help that pendulums can't afford to get any hand traps either, because like... Well, except for Fulos, apparently, which is the only card that exists in this deck. Apparently. Now I get the cross out? Now I get cross... To be fair, cross out wouldn't even have done anything, because I opened the Fulos. Because, you know, reasons. Ugh, it's really annoying. I want to give him another card. I mean, I'm already giving him, like, infinite cards already, so... I think, like, one more card isn't really gonna make a difference. And then I add... this one to my hand. I should not have added that one to my hand. Oopsies. And then I just go ham with pendulum summoning. This one, and that one, and that one. And then that one, and then that one. I think Fulos also affects this, because I'm technically summoning things out of the extra deck. That is so lame. Why have you done this? Why have you done this, Konami? Why are you like this? I'm gonna grab that. And then... I go into that. Stop it! It's not allowed. I mean, it's not like that actually does anything. Ugh. That is super annoying. Okay, I guess... I IP here. I'm just gonna IP into Avermax and hope that he can't do anything versus Avermax. And then... I guess I just summon that, because I can. Then I go into Avermax. Oops. No, that's not it. And then I go into Avermax, using these two. Can I do anything else? I can SP. So use that one and that one to SP. And I just do that, and then I do that. and then I die. Why is he also playing Malice? Why is he also playing Malice? Why are you like this, Konami? What am I supposed to do? Fine, I guess I'll just return that to deck. Oh my god! Like, what am I supposed to do? What does this deck even do, Konami? This deck doesn't do anything. Wait, does that even do anything? I don't actually know. I've kind of just given up already, because Max C. Jeez. You're the guy I fought earlier? The one who asked, hello, welcome to the stream. I am currently despairing at the fact that Konami has decided to add 11 copies of Max C to this game because reasons. It's like, what does SP Little Knight even do at this point? It doesn't do it. SP Little Knight only helps my opponent. Why? And he just randomly has Super Poly because you know reasons. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? What am I supposed to do? What does this deck even do? This deck doesn't do anything. Okay. You know what? Whatever. My gosh! What am I supposed to do? How does this game work? Why have you included Max C? Okay, I think I'll just end it there. Otherwise, I'll probably just never stream this game again. Okay, let me end this poll first. Okay, so deck you'd like more support for. Toons and Bonding H2O actually got tied. No one likes Marincess, which is understandable. They're very annoying because they take 3 hours to do their turn. But before I go, let me say what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be hopefully finishing Super Mario Mon with Noob. So that's going to be at 3 p.m. Yeah, then after that, I'm gonna have to figure out what other game to stream. It's probably going to be Zero Striker Gunvolt 2, because I've been meaning to stream that for a while, but I'm gonna end it there for today. So, if you've been watching for this long, I thank you for watching. I've been Kenyeki, you've been beautiful, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!